Ever feel like people ignore your opinions, like your words don't land? No matter how right you are, you stay calm, you try to be reasonable, but somehow you're still not taken seriously. It's frustrating and it feels unfair. But the reason isn't always what you think. It's not about being louder. It's not about being smarter. It's about what you quietly allow and how you show up when it matters. In this video, you'll learn 8 clear principles that make people take you more seriously without changing your personality and without trying to impress anyone. These are small things you can control, like how you speak, how you move, and how you react in everyday situations. Respect doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from how you carry yourself. Let's get into it. The first principle is to stop over-explaining. Say what you need to say, clearly, simply, and then stop talking. You don't need to justify your idea. You don't need to list every reason, and you don't need to talk through the silence. Over-explaining makes you sound uncertain. Even if you are completely confident, it invites people to question you instead of trusting what you said. So speak once, then let it land. Hold eye contact and let silence work in your favor. If they want more, they'll ask, but never rush to fill the gap. Imagine you suggest a solution, and instead of just saying it, you add 5 reasons, 2 disclaimers, and a nervous smile. What started as confidence now feels like doubt, so speak less, but make every word count, because calm, clear words earn far more respect than long explanations ever will. The second principle is to say no, and mean it. When you say no, say it simply, say it calmly, and let it stand. You do not need to explain, you do not need to apologize, and you definitely do not need to feel guilty. Imagine this. A friend asks if you can help them move this weekend. You already have plans, but instead of saying no, you say, "I'm not sure, I might have something. Let me check." And now you're stuck because you didn't set a clear boundary. A weak no invites pressure. A firm no earns respect. So say, "I can't this weekend. Hope it goes well." And stop there. No guilt, no excuses. You're not being rude. You're being honest. And people respect the clarity, even if they don't like the answer. The third principle is to stand still when you speak. Your body speaks before your words do. If you fidget, shift your weight, or move nervously while talking, you send the message that you're unsure, even if your words are confident. Instead, plant your feet, keep your gestures calm, and let your body stay quiet. It tells people you're in control. Imagine you're sharing your opinion in a meeting, but you keep pacing, touching your face, and shifting from side to side. The message doesn't feel strong because your body looks uncertain. Stillness builds presence, it holds attention, and it makes your words carry more weight. You don't have to freeze, you just have to stop moving without purpose, because calm movement signals calm thinking, and that earns quiet authority in any room. The fourth principle is to pause before you answer. Most people rush to respond. They fill every silence, afraid of seeming slow or unprepared. But confidence doesn't rush, it waits. It thinks, and then it speaks. Even a short pause, 1 or 2 seconds, makes a difference. It tells people you're thoughtful, that your words are deliberate, and that you're not afraid of stillness. Imagine someone asks your opinion, and instead of replying instantly, you take a breath, you wait, then you answer clearly. That pause creates weight. It makes people lean in, because you're not just reacting, you're choosing your words. So don't race to fill the gap. Use the pause, control the pace, and show that your voice doesn't need to compete for space. The more calmly you respond, the more seriously people listen. The fifth principle is to own your opinion. You're allowed to see things differently. You're allowed to speak with certainty, even if not everyone agrees. When you constantly soften your views, say, "I could be wrong," Or maybe it's just me. You train people to ignore what you say. Confidence is not about being loud. It's about standing firm in what you believe. Imagine someone challenges your idea, and instead of backing down, you say, "That's a good point. Here's how I see it." Now you sound clear, open, and grounded. Owning your opinion doesn't mean refusing to listen. It means not folding just to keep others comfortable. If you don't trust your own words, why should anyone else? Speak calmly. Hold your ground and let your opinion carry weight, even when others don't agree. The sixth principle is to drop the nervous smile. You don't have to smile to be polite, and you don't need to laugh to make others comfortable. A nervous smile often shows up when you feel unsure. It's automatic, but it sends the wrong message. You might smile when setting a boundary or when giving serious feedback, and without realizing it, you soften your words and lose your power. Imagine you say, "I can't help with that," but you're smiling as you say it. It creates confusion and weakens your no. You don't have to be cold. Just stay neutral. Let your face match the message. When your words are firm and your expression is steady, people take you more seriously. Drop the habit of pleasing and start expressing with calm clarity, because respect grows when your presence feels real and grounded. The seventh principle is to use strong language. The words you choose affect how confident you sound. If you fill your sentences with "I think," "maybe," "sort of," or "I guess," you weaken your message, even when your point is solid. Instead, speak clearly and remove the extra padding. Imagine someone asks for your input and you say, "Well, I'm not sure, but maybe we could kind of try this." It sounds like hesitation, not leadership. Now try. This is what I recommend. Same idea, different impact. Using strong language isn't about being aggressive. It's about being direct, certain, and calm. Say what you mean without shrinking it, because when you sound sure of your words, people become more sure of you. The eighth principle is to decide, not ask. When you speak like you need permission, people treat your ideas as optional. You might say, "Would it be okay if I, or say, "Do you mind if I maybe," and suddenly, your message sounds unsure, even when your intention was clear. Imagine you're in charge of a task, but instead of stating your plan, you ask, "Should I do it this way?" You give away your authority. Before you even begin, instead say, "This is how I'll move forward." Or say, "I've decided to go with this option." You're not being rude. You're being confident and clear. When you stop asking for permission and start owning your decisions, people respect you more because you lead instead of waiting to be led. Let's bring it all together. You've just learned 8 principles that help you earn more respect, not by being louder or pretending to be someone you're not, but by showing up with calm clarity. 1. Stop over-explaining. Say what you mean and let it land. 2. Say no and mean it, without guilt and without apology. 3. Stand still when you speak. Let your body support your words. 4. Pause before you answer. Create space before you respond. 5. Own your opinion. Speak with honesty and stand firm. 6. Drop the nervous smile. Let your face match your message. 7. Use strong language. Choose words that sound sure and direct. 8. Decide, don't ask. Lead with quiet confidence. You don't need to change who you are. You just need to show up with more intention. Try one of these today and notice how people respond differently. And if you want more videos like this to grow, improve, and earn more respect, then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and keep showing up.